Welcome back to the Why Are We Like That podcast. I'm joined by my esteemed co-host Alex and Hunter. And just
swallow it.
Jesus, just swallow the fucking food, dude. Jesus Christ! It's a cake pop. It's a cake pop. You're not eating a fucking cheeseburger. Goddamn. Anyway, welcome back.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
We are just hanging out today, talking about what you knows it's and who's it, what's it. So,
Horror movies.
how are you guys doing today? Yeah, horror movies. How are you guys today?
I'm here.
All right, good talk, Hunter.
I'll wait.
All right. Fucking damn, that's good intro, guys. That's great.
Tough crowd.
Always. What crowd? It's the three of us.
Hey, speak for yourself. I got fucking Momo back here. She's entertained.
Huh?
I got a marinara sauce.
That thing right there.
No.
Pee-wee calls it fucking Momo.
Time.
So
You ever think that she's just talking to her invisible friend? You know, the
all
demon?
the time. All the time.
Ty.
Hmm.
You always talk about my sauce corner. I added a new one.
I'm at a loss for words. I'm already at a loss, man. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I mean, my week's been the fucking same. Just work and hanging out with my wife and kids. My wife. And so,
I feel like
My
every
wife.
time, I feel like every time we start this fucking like recordings that we like always try to ask each other like, "Oh, how's your week going?" And it's just the
Work.
same fucking answer every time because all we do is work.
well, I mean, yeah, but
I think
once
there's
we-
been like 2 episodes that where one of us was like, actually, I did do something.
I've had a good few where we've gone and done something over the weekend, and I'll talk about it. But most of the time, it's like, what the fuck? Well, I guess Hunter went to the Shadow Realm again, and or maybe he's going to get his trusty dusty Swiffer mop.
I feel like Hunter is always the one just going out and doing shit during the episode. As the whole time before and after we do the episode to do the things.
You know, it'd be
he
a
needs to
great
do.
bit. A great bit is if he like ordered a pizza or something. He leaves the front door unlocked. He goes, "Hey, I'm upstairs in the back bedroom," and they just walk in and they're standing in his back door, just like, "Hey, I got your food." "Oh, thanks, man." He pays for it, then comes and sits back down.
No, because 2 things would happen. One, he'd have to pay the driver like an absorbent amount of money just to walk to his room. And 2, I would probably fucking tackle the dude down the stairs because I'd be like, who the fuck's in my house?
Oh, I thought you were like, "I want the pizza."
Well, that too. But
That too.
more importantly, like, who the fuck's in my house? Because Hunter's kind of a little slow. He wouldn't tell me that he did
I
it.
thought you were gonna call him a little slut. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Well, that too.
Don't-
I've
My
seen his.
personal business. Autism on ice.
Autism on ice. Yes.
That's his OnlyFans account.
I'm gonna be surprised if I like go and look it up and it's autism on ice and it's a picture of Hunter just going
Just cheeks out.
just double cheeked up on a Sunday.
Oh god!
fuck.
You know what's gonna happen is we're finally gonna gain traction one of these days, and then everyone's gonna be like, "Hunter, please make an OnlyFans called Autism on Ice." And you're gonna have to. You got to give the fans what they want.
I give the fans what they want.
You know what?
What if they want? Never mind.
Go take a picture with your cheeks out next to the Mothman statue, where you're both just.
Assless, some assless chaps on.
There you go.
All chaps are assless, dude. Jesus Christ. Chaps are for the front and like the whole part of your knees down. From your knees up on the back, there's nothing. God.
This episode's gonna be a long one.
Oh man! All right. Well, you told me you guys watched a horror movie. Hunter, have you seen this one before, or is it a new one for you?
This is the first one time. I'm not
Okay.
gonna lie, I was a little disappointed with it.
And it was which one again?
Cabin in the Woods.
I'm right there with you.
I think it's a fantastic. Okay, I will concede it is not a good horror movie.
No.
However, it is an amazing satire movie.
It's a good satire, but it's
Like it makes fun of horror movies in the best ways.
yeah.
Like one of the only scenes I really liked was like seeing all of the like horror
All the monsters,
tropes.
yeah.
All the horror
When they break out and they kill all the people in the bottom, all the SWAT guys
Yeah.
are looking at the doors. Yeah.
I just love the oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, that scene and then the scene where I think it's Chris Hemsworth just fucking explodes
On a
by
motorbike,
jumping
yeah.
in motorcycle.
Yeah.
Those are like the two scenes I remember. Everything else was just a blur because I was like, whatever.
So,
But if
which
you ask me
reminds
about
Hunter,
Hereditary,
I need to watch that. I've heard great things about it.
Hereditary is like one of the best and scariest movies I've seen in a long time.
Is it like a ghost movie or?
Yeah, it's you have to watch it. I can't really
It's
give
not
you
like
too much about it
Midsommar,
without.
is it?
No, Midsummer is more like just weird and creepy.
I've heard Midsummer's great as well, but
It is. It's pretty good. I like. It was more unsettling and like what the fuck the whole time. But Hereditary, the whole time you're kind of like, whoa, what the fuck, and then the last like 10 minutes just crank it up to 11, and it's just what the fuck.
you know
It's great.
what movie I watched, but I couldn't get into the hype. It was so I haven't seen the first one.
Cabin in the
Granted,
Woods.
no, fuck you. Leave my movie alone. I love that movie. No, it was A Quiet Place 2.
Yeah, Quiet Place 2 wasn't as good as the first one.
I like the premise. I just don't know that like I like watching it.
I like the idea. I like the story, like the whole aliens and they're based on sound and it's super sensitive, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. The first movie, really, really good. The second movie was meh, but I'm excited to see the new one that's coming out. The Day one, where like the aliens actually landed on Earth. That's going to be good. That one's
I
going to be a
haven't
good
even
one.
seen the first Quiet Place.
It's good. It's got, what's his name? John Krasinski in it. It was his first like writing and directing debut.
The guy
from The Office.
Yeah. He's the one that played Mr. Fantastic in the Multiverse of Madness movie.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Are you excited for the new Strangers movie?
No.
Rangers?
I haven't been excited for a horror movie in a long time because they come out with them a lot. Like there's no shortage of horror movies.
Dude, I'm so
No,
excited.
I'm getting
I need to go
there.
see it.
I'm getting there. Long Legs is the only one that I've been excited to see.
And
I've
looks so
heard that-
good. I've heard it's amazing.
Amazing. Like there was this bit on TikTok I saw, and it's obvious it was a marketing thing, but it just made me more excited to see it. And they were like, the main actress has never seen Nicolas Cage or whatever in his makeup as this, and this is the first time they meet in the movie and in person for the shoot, and this is her true heartbeat. And it shows her like walking up, going, and it's boom, 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 boom. And then the second she opens the doors, boom, 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 and I'm like, oh fuck, oh shit.
That's kind of cool.
But like,
so here's the thing: Long Legs, the trailer, masterpiece. One, it didn't give away the whole fucking plot. That's my biggest complaint about all movies in today's generation. They just tell you the good parts of the movie, and then when you get into the movie, you're like, I already seen all this. Like, and then the rest is just a slog fest.
Yeah.
The sound effects though in the trailer were horrifying. That like
Lindsay had never seen.
sound.
Yeah. Lindsay had never seen the trailer, and I was talking about it, and it's supposed to be coming out this week. She's like, I've never even heard of it. So I showed her the trailer, and she goes, "Ooh, that screeching sound! What the fuck?" I'm like, "Yeah!" It looks so good.
I don't remember the
It
screech.
fucks you. It bends you over, and it makes you its bitch.
I don't remember.
Fucks you up.
Did we watch that one, Alex?
Yeah,
The
we
trailer
did.
thing?
And one of my other favorite parts of the trailer is where it shows like the person that has like the black veil, and then slowly as you watch the scene, you see the eyes like fade in through the black.
Yeah, it like slowly zooms in on
I'll
it.
have to
Yeah.
It's
watch.
just the unsettling part of the trailer, and by the end of it, you still have no idea what the movie's about.
Yeah, you're just as confused as you.
All
were
you
going
know
in,
is
maybe not more.
all you know is there's an FBI agent, and that's it. Because
That's
you
all
hear
you
the
need to
line,
know.
is it scary being a girl FBI agent? She's like,
FIB
yeah,
agent?
sometimes FIB.
She's in Los
GTA.
Santos.
Los Santos. Let's go.
No, I'm excited for that one. A lot of the other ones that I've seen trailers for or whatever, it's just the same kind of campy jump scare, not really scary kind of thing. Like they were marketing. The one that I was really mad about is 47 meters deep or whatever. It's like a shark movie, and these two girls are scuba diving, and the trailers are like, "Oh, a shark!" Like almost like a Jaws movie. And I was like, "All right, we'll watch it." And the whole time they're like getting terrorized by these sharks and this and that, and you're like, "Oh, it's all right. It's pretty creepy, especially for a guy like me that's afraid of the ocean." And then at the end, you find out it's all in this chick's head because she's dying of carbon monoxide poisoning from running out of oxygen and breathing in her exhaled breath. And you're like, well, you ruined it now, but okay.
You know what was a pretty good twist? Like in a recent I would call this movie more of a suspense movie. But it's called The Climb. Have you heard of that one? I think it's called The Climb.
Yeah, that's the one
the
with
one on the
where they
radio
climb
tower?
up the
Yeah.
the big radio tower. Yeah.
So do you know the
bitch
twist
is
to the-
actually,
Yeah,
she's
so-
actually dead.
So 100%. So they're like the whole time trying to figure out how to get down, and like halfway through the movie, they try to do this like they try to retrieve some item or something.
It's like a backpack or something.
Yeah, and she fucks up, slips, and falls. And if you're actually listening to the scene itself, you can actually hear her body hit the ground or hit the platform. However, when it cuts to it, like she looks over and you see she caught the rope. And so like the whole movie or the whole rest of the movie, you're like, oh yeah, they're like just surviving. They're now dying at the top, blah, blah, blah. And then like she says something, like, give me your shoe. I think it's give me your shoe. And she's like, but I can't. And she's like, what? Why not? Like, just give me the shoe. And she's like, I can't because it's down there. And like, it's the whole, like, almost like the Sixth Sense. Or,
the
twist
he's
of that-
actually dead.
yeah, she was dead the whole time and like her body fell. It was a pretty good twist. I liked it.
Most of those rug pull kind of twists are just kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
But every once in a while there's a good gem. Like what was that? It was a Netflix show. Haunting of Hill House.
I need to finish
That
it.
one.
Don't spoil
that
it.
one.
Don't spoil it.
I
I'm
won't
watching
spoil it, but it's really good. The twist at the end
Haven't
is
seen
I'm like, I think if I
Out
remember
of this
correctly, I'm
world.
like 3 episodes in.
Mm.
It's been a while though, so I'll probably just restart it.
What was it? There was one that I just watched like a week or two ago, and it was another complete waste of fucking time.
You know-
I've kind of given up on them.
You know what was another good twist was Insidious, like 1 and 2. Like they kind of go a little bit like far in some of the sequels. Although I just watched the recent one that they came out with because I didn't know they came out with it, the Red
The
Door.
Red Key.
And honestly, they tied up the series very nicely, I thought.
Isn't that the one where the son's like in college or
Yeah.
something now? Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
that part was but like the conclusion to it all like kind of made it better.
It's weird that they had to go 6 movies in before they finally tied up the family from the first 2 movies.
Right. But I did like 1 and 2 when you find out in the second movie that the ghost that was, or most of like the poltergeist activity in the first movie was actually the husband trying to like warn them.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a pretty cool
I like
twist.
the Insidious movies. The first 2 Conjuring movies are good. We
Yeah.
watched the third one, The Devil Made Me Do It one, and
I'm
it
not a big
wasn't
fan.
as good. It wasn't as good.
The Conjuring 4
I like
just got
that
announced,
original the original story for that. The
Mhm.
Devil Made Me Do It. I had never heard of it until right before the movie came out. Dan Cummings, Time Suck,
Mhm.
his podcast. He covered did a deep dive on the real story with Ed and Lorraine Warren because it was like a legit big fucking deal.
Yeah. The only thing
And-
that like I love like what Lorraine and Ed Warren like on the surface like do or did, but apparently like if you dive down deeper, like they were not like good people.
No,
Who was it?
not necessarily.
Lorraine
Ed and
Warren.
Lorraine Warren.
Were they the Conjuring House people?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like apparently like in the first Conjuring, that house, the Perrin family, like they really fucked them up. And like did not help them, by the way. Like the movie's like,
No,
oh, yeah,
for a
they
while.
fixed it. Like no, it did not fix it. In fact,
Yeah.
like if I remember correctly, it made it worse.
That's
There's one that I haven't seen that Lindsay keeps talking about, and it's so weird that I've never seen it. The Exorcist of Emily Rose,
Mm.
and
haven't seen it
apparently
either.
it's based off of
I haven't seen it
the
either.
exorcism of Annalise Michelle,
Mhm.
the girl that had like 30 legions of demons possessing her or something like that in real
What
life.
the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, dude, her real story is fucked up. Like the parents and the bishop got court and had to go on trial for basically killing the daughter with malnourish and dehydration. But their defense is like every time we tried to feed her, she'd just throw it up or not eat because of all these demons and shit.
Huh.
But apparently the movie they made, The Exorcist of Emily Rose, is super fucking good, and Lindsay's always telling me to watch it, and I just haven't yet.
So speaking of like time suck and all that, like you two know, but the viewers probably don't. I'm a huge fan of Scared to Death. They're Dan Cummins' other podcast that he does with his wife, and they were talking. There's a movie called like the Haunting of shit. It's like a house in.
The Haunting of Connecticut?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
The real
Yeah.
story is so much
The
more fucked
real
up, though.
story is
Holy
so bad.
shit. So,
it's
like-
so bad.
I'll watch movies like that because I know we've seen the first Conjuring.
I've seen all of them.
You showed me one of them. It was one of them, but I don't know the real story of like any of these movies.
So the Haunting of Connecticut, from the movie standpoint, I guess it still portrays it pretty bad. But I think if I remember correctly, he was saying it's one of the few movies that doesn't like embellish a bunch of stuff in the sense of like making it more extreme. Like they actually toned it back.
Yeah.
Because
They
like,
had to tone it down because there's some stuff that happened with that family and like members in the family
like the family
that
was like
we can't say on this
Yeah.
podcast because we'll get demonetized and banned on YouTube.
Well, I was just gonna say like they were essayed, but
Oh well, that yeah.
Wait, really?
yeah, by the
Oh
demon.
yeah, yeah.
And it wasn't like
allegedly.
it wasn't just the wife.
Yeah, like the husband.
The husband, I think the child, like it was horrific.
It was fucked up. Yeah,
I love that Ty said allegedly.
allegedly.
I mean,
Well, because
in those
if
kind of
you
cases,
it
it'll always be alleged, right? Like you can't
Yeah.
prove it 100% of a fact.
that's my big thing. Because if you admit that, like ghosts are 100%, no doubt that they're real. There's proof and everything. That means you got to leave that door open
Mhm.
for everything else. It is real.
Well, and that's
So-
why, like, honestly, like, not to get like religious and political here. I don't like people. Yeah, I know. Taboo. I don't like people that like are like, oh, I believe in God, but I don't believe in ghosts, or I don't believe in like the devil, or I don't believe in this. Like, if you believe in one, logically you
gotta
have to believe in the other. And that's a
Yeah.
movie from one of the horror movies. I think it's from Insidious, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you believe in God, you have to believe in the other.
Conjuring 2.
Is it?
Yeah, Conjuring 2, because
You-
the mom of the Enfield house didn't believe in any of that.
Yeah.
And that's what they told her. They were like, well, if you believe in this, then you believe in that kind of
You
thing.
know what movie I really want to see just because I do like I have read of the legend?
Hmm.
The Curse of La Llorona.
Nope. No, you don't. The stories are cool.
The
movie
wasn't that good.
dog ass.
Really?
Didn't you watch that with us, Alex?
No, but I have watched like a YouTuber called CZ World. They debunked. They like broke it down and everything. And from the scenes that I saw, it was horrible.
Really?
All of their
That's-
spin-off movies, except for Annabelle, were not that good. Like,
And even
I was-
Annabelle's only got like
although
one that's good.
I need to watch The Nun 2, although I'm tentative about it. But The Nun 1 sucked. I was so upset about it.
Such ass. Such ass.
Because they had such a good setup for a villain. Like, Valak was so great.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was supposed to be a really good movie, and I was super hyped for it. And then I went and saw it with Lynn, and you're like, this
It's
movie
terrible.
fucking blows. And that's been my biggest thing with horror movies in the past like 5-10 years is all of them are ass except for one diamond in the rough kind of thing.
Here's the thing. I think the movies like Insidious and even Conjuring 1, they work so well because they don't try to do more than what they're trying to do, if that makes sense.
It's because it was done by James Wan.
Yeah, but so was Conjuring 2, yeah. But no. What I mean is like Conjuring 1 and Insidious and even Conjuring 2 for the most part had very few like in your face, loud, obnoxious jump scares. Like they worked on the suspension of like keeping that suspense going, and like you're scared of that jump scare for like the entire time. Then sometimes it just wouldn't come. Like one of my favorite scenes from Conjuring 1 is the scene where the daughters were in their bedroom and like she keeps getting like
and they're on she's on
no.
fucking...
That one I didn't care for. That no, the other one where like she's like looking under the bed and everything, looking for the demon, and then she sees the demon, but you don't. Like so, and you're waiting for like something to come out of the darkness and like come and like scare you, and it just never comes.
Yeah.
I think those scenes stick with you a lot more than someone just being like, "Blah," and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, but then you get it like if you like that stuff a lot, then you dive in too far and get shit like the movie called It Comes at Night, where you spend the entire movie. Don't waste your fucking time.
No.
Me and Lindsay went and saw it. I was super excited to see it. As soon as the movie was over, I stood up in the theater and just knee-jerk reaction. Are you fucking kidding me? Everyone in the theater started laughing, and Lindsay's like, yeah, that was bad. And we just left. I was so mad because the entire time
they left it up to interpretation. You were talking about?
Yeah.
Like you expect to see the monster or this disease apparently that drove these people to live in this isolated cabin. You expect to see some stuff that relates to their fears of why they're doing what they're doing. You don't see a goddamn thing. You hear like some monster, I guess, growling in the woods as it like eats the dog, but it shows the husband kind of like, and then he runs back to the house, and you're like, okay, but where is it? What is it? And the whole movie is like that.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan. Like I'm cool with leaving some stuff up for interpretation, but like if you go for like a horror movie and you're like, hey, I'm going to see like a ghost movie or a cryptid movie or whatever, like show the fucking cryptid or ghost or whatever, because like I didn't Yeah, like that's one of the main reasons I went there to like see the movie. You know, it's not like I'm there to just be like,
I'm also a big monster and
mhm.
movie kind of guy because I love like Creature from the Black Lagoon, Frankenstein. I love all that old school shit. I love Guillermo del Toro and all of his shit that he's put in like Hellboy and Labyrinth and Pan's Labyrinth and shit. And then to go see a movie that's supposed to be about a monster and you don't see the monsters, a real dick slap.
You know what?
Fair.
A horror movie I really love, and it's kind of like one of those cult classics. House of a Thousand Corpses.
Never seen
Haven't
it.
seen it.
Okay,
That
we're gonna have a movie.
that's one
night.
that I've never seen.
We're gonna have a movie. Night.
But I've seen the sequels. I've seen The Devil's Rejects and I've seen the third one.
No, you gotta see
Yeah.
House of a Thousand
Yeah,
Corpses.
I've never seen the first one.
Alright.
And even Lindsay's like, no, you gotta watch
We'll
it.
have a
You
movie
gotta
night.
see it.
We'll have a movie night and we'll watch it. We'll do
You
like.
know, I know I've talked to you about this, Alex, multiple times. You know what fucking horror movie was my favorite and still to this day remains my favorite?
Which one?
Dead Silence.
Oh yeah, you did like that one.
Is that puppet
It
one?
is. It was a good one.
Oh, okay. It was all right. It was all right.
You know that movie always stuck with me for some reason. I think it's because like my cousins had me watch it when I hung out with them.
Halloween.
No.
Oh.
One missed call.
You talking about my boy Michael Myers?
So here's the
I've
thing.
never seen it.
I'm gonna say something controversial.
Oh, classics, dude. They're my favorite.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I'm not a big slasher movie fan. Like I'm not a big
I-
like Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, or Freddy Krueger. Like Freddy Krueger's all right because there's some supernatural stuff to it, but like
I like the old school shit. The newer slasher movies,
So-
I can't get behind. They're just
I
too
did not
gruesome
like the
for
new,
me to stomach.
I watched the new Nightmare on Elm Street with like the new Freddy.
Oh, no.
I hated it. Like how much
Yeah,
they made him
it's-
like. Granted, he was not supposed to be.
We
a
get
good
it.
Dude.
He's a
he's a child
he's a
predator.
chomo. We get it. We get it, dude.
I didn't
Come
need
on.
you to emphasize on it way more.
Way more
So,
than you needed to.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a bone to pick with like Halloween and like Scream and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, I
It's
love
not-
Scream like
it's
1,
not-
2, and 3.
It's not like the horror movie itself, but the fact that there's so fucking many of them.
There are.
Yeah, it's the whole like, hey, in the 80s and 90s and stuff, we're gonna
Like,
really drive home this franchise. Like me with Halloween, me and Lindsay, we love Michael Myers. Like I have a original still of the movie, and it's like from one of the scenes where Laurie's looking out the window, and it's an original still from the original film, and I have that in a frame with like the picture and everything. I love Michael Myers, but I only like 3 or 4 of the 85 movies they have, but I'll watch them, but I don't like all of them. The only one
'Cause-
that I like all of the whole series is probably like Alien or Predator.
I haven't seen those. I want to though.
Oh, dude, Alien 2 is a
See,
classic.
because the reason I have so many like problems with so many like, especially like from what I know of like Scream and Michael Myers, is because they're real people. Like they're not like where Jason, which there is
Yeah.
supernatural shit involved.
Yeah.
Where it's like I can understand Jason being up like 3 movies, so it's like, hey, maybe the first one they're like nothing, they don't know what's going on. The second one they're investigating, then the third one they're going to try to get rid of him. But like someone
Yeah.
like Michael Myers and Scream, who are like regular ass people, you're telling me there's never been a chance where they got caught?
Well, that was the thing
Yeah,
with
there-
Scream, right? Like it was like multiple Ghostface or something like that.
Yeah, in the first movie, it was Matthew Lillard's character.
I love Matthew
and
Lillard.
Whoever the other guy was.
See, but
And then in the second movie, it was a dude and like another chick, and the dude like wanted to bang the chick, so he was doing this for her, and she's like, "Nah, fuck you," and then kills him, kind of thing. And it's there definitely is a hit or miss when it comes to like those old school slasher flicks,
See,
but
well, and maybe it'll be different because like I've seen only clips from certain ones. Like I told you this, I've never seen Halloween, I've never seen the Michael Myers. I've seen Freddy. I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I just refuse to watch the Screams just because like I never really saw appeal.
I
in
will
them.
say I could give you like a list of which ones to watch and which ones to skip. Like Halloween, if you watch 1, 2, and the continuation from like 2019.
Yo, don't kindergarten flip me off.
If you watch 1, 2, the one from like 2019, and then Halloween Kills, and just leave it at that, golden. And I'm not saying because they're scary. To me, slasher flicks aren't scary. They're
No.
just campy fun, in my opinion. And that's why like modern ones I don't get and I don't like because they just ramp up the gore, and I'm like, this isn't fun or scary. It just makes me uncomfortable.
I do want to see Jason's movies. I can never remember what they're called.
The only Jason,
Friday the 13th.
the only
Friday
Friday the 13th I want to see is Jason or Freddy versus Jason.
That one's another one that's just campy fun.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
and they don't even
kinda,
fight until like the end of the movie.
Honestly, like my whole thing is like, I'll admit it, my horror movies, like I'm a more like ghost, paranormal, like fan,
those are the ones that scare me.
because like I'm not gonna lie, like the slasher films and stuff, they just get old. Like it kind of feels like you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Pretty much. Yeah.
The only slasher movie that I do like, and it's not even a horror movie, it's more of a comedy, is Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
That movie's so funny.
I love that movie.
that one was
movie
pretty
was
good.
fucking hilarious. Just two guys just trying to have a vacation and everything's going wrong.
The stupid teens are just killing
Yeah.
themselves. The
And
ones
there
that
was
I
a
never
teenager,
really
he hooked himself into the wood chipper.
the ones that I can never get behind are the Final Destination series and Saw.
I'm not gonna lie,
So-
I love the final. That's my guilty pleasure.
Are the Final Destination ones?
I like
Oh,
them,
yeah.
but
So
I will
much.
say they do make me scared of certain things. Like that's
Yeah.
why I refuse to do.
Oh, yeah.
acupuncture.
Final Destination
Lindsay-
single-handedly has scarred an
Scarred
entire
a
generation.
generation.
Yeah,
Fucking
Lindsay
wooden-
refuses for us to drive
logging
next to a
truck.
logging truck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
100%.
Look, okay, Final Destination I can get behind because it's like, it's interesting, right? Like you avoid death and death
It's
comes
that
back with
fear
a
of
vengeance.
unknown
and
kind of thing.
Here's why I can get down with it, because it's like it's also there's so many ways they can make you die.
It's
But
just
it's
a
like-
Rube Goldberg machine
Of
of
death.
death.
Yeah.
But Saw is the one, like, I watch it, it's kind of like a car crash, right? Like, I can't look away, but I don't know that I enjoy watching them. I hate the fucking story of them all because it just
don't-
got
They're all
so
stupid.
convoluted.
Hold on.
No. Like,
It's stupid.
Hold on. You don't know that you enjoy watching car crashes?
I don't know that I enjoy watching Saw. Like, one, two,
I got that
what he
too,
was
but I
saying.
knew what he was saying, so I didn't even question you.
Like,
I was like,
Saw-
I get what he's saying.
Saw 1, 2, and 3, I think, as cohesive of a story that you can have with that concept, like, was decent. But then, like, once Jigsaw died, it was kind of like, why are we continuing this? And then it was like, oh, he set everything up after his death. And it's like, no, dude, this dude, unless he had like a 500 IQ, is not getting this done.
No,
Yeah.
see, I liked the first one. The first one had a good story.
Had a
There
good
wasn't a
twist.
shit ton of had a good twist. There wasn't a shit ton of gore in it. But then by the second one, like in the first scene, I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
My favorite Saw was the one where they're in like the house. With
three.
with
I haven't
Donnie,
watched all of them.
I want to say that's 3.
I want to say it's 2. It's Saw 2 with Wahlberg's brother.
Where like it has the needles
Oh
and shit,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like it's all
That
their
one was
fears.
good. Yes, I liked that one because it did fuck with me, like especially like the pit of needles, the crawling into the furnace and then he got locked in there, like all those. It was like, all right, like it's gory, but it's like,
You know what trap was lackluster in my eyes? Because
Which
it's
one?
like it's so easily like saw through. You just if you panic, you're fucked. Which was the one where they put their arm up it and it's the 4 panels of glass.
Man, All right.
That
All right.
that all they have to
See.
do is put their hand up and push up with their other hands and pull their hand out.
But see, okay,
Alright.
so that's my other problem with horror movies.
Fuck me.
My other problem with horror movies is, and this is why I love Cabin in the Woods so much, is because they play on this, is why is everyone in a horror movie just fucking 20 IQ? Why are they so fucking retarded?
Stupid.
Why is there
Yeah.
always the jock, the whore, the like all that? Why can't we have
The whore,
yeah,
The whore?
Sir?
yes.
it's called the Lady of the Night. God damn
I'm
it!
going off of what they did in Cabin in the Woods, and she's called the whore.
Fair enough.
She is called the horror.
Like, and that's why I loved it. Like, and they even said, like, you watch them in the beginning of the movie, and they're all relatively like smart, decent kids.
Marty.
And then like, oh, Marty's my favorite character. You leave Marty
Marty was
alone.
the best.
But then
Marty
like
was the
you
best
watch
thing
as
about
they're
that movie.
yeah, you watch as they're actively fucking with them and how they change them into these characters. Where like everywhere else, it's like let's split up. Why? Why the fuck are we splitting up?
It does remind me of that. I think it's an Airheads commercial or something, or an insurance a Geico commercial, and they're like, "What? The killer's gonna get us. What do we do? Quick, let's get into that working car. No, are you dumb? We need to hide behind the wall of chainsaws."
Oh, I remember that.
Oh shit! I remember
And
that.
isn't it like the serial killer comes in and he's just like, "What are you
Yeah,
doing?"
and he just like lifts up his mask and he's looking at him like, "What the fuck?"
See,
I
and
remember that commercial. That was like a '90s commercial.
Yeah.
I will say that was one of the scenes where I looked at Alex and was like, no, he's got a point. Because one of them was like, yeah, no, fuck that. We're staying together. And they're like, no. Fucking stop him.
The one set of movies that the originals weren't gory, but the newer reboots are, that I do like, are the Evil Dead movies.
I haven't seen him.
I'm a huge fan of Evil Dead 1 and 2 and the
I've been
Army of
meaning
Darkness.
to watch it. I haven't.
Dude, Bruce Campbell is a fucking icon. He's so good at
Is that
those
a
movies.
zombie movie?
It is. So the
Kinda.
family in Cabin in the Woods is kind of loosely based off the
Yeah.
people from Evil Dead.
They're, dude,
Deadites.
the cabin that's in Evil Dead 1 that they go vacation to or whatever,
Mhm.
there's an exact replica of that house in Big Bear that you can rent as an Airbnb, and you can have it set to where it says turn on spooks or turn off the spooks. And it, like, if you have it turned on, the fucking deer head animatronic moves around, lights will flicker and shit. I'm like, oh, that'd be so sick. That'd be so cool.
That's fucked up. Nah.
See, so that only proves my point. Who the fuck is opening up the Necronomicon? Who the fuck is like saying, "Hey, here's a book laden in barbed wire, human flesh, and I'm gonna open it and read from it"? By the way, it's all in
The
Latin,
dipshit
so
in the
let me
back.
read it.
Yeah. Yeah, the two dipshits in the two newest Evil Dead movies, and then in the original Evil Deads, it was two dipshits.
I will say that does get annoying where they're like, why are you all so fucking stupid?
You know, I talk a lot of shit, but then I'm the one that's like, "Hey, I want to go spend the night in the Conjuring house and shit."
Yeah, but that's
See, but that goes back to the paranormal instead of just like the slasher.
But see, with like Evil Dead, it's not slasher. It is
I don't know what
paranormal.
Evil Dead
It's-
is.
It's like
I mean, like,
demons and shit.
I talk a lot of shit, but I could see where some of it. You know what? Give me a horror movie where you have a group of people that do everything right, and it's still like they still lose because the ghost or whatever was that good. That's a horror movie.
It's called Phasmophobia.
No, it's definitely not. That's still
Definitely
four
not.
Dumbasses
morons.
running around the
that's
house.
Still four dumbasses running around the
Running in the
house.
house.
Especially if it's three of us.
There's this YouTube short, not a short. It's
And then
like a
there's the
20-minute
ally that
video.
just leaves us.
We shall not speak his name.
Always sits
always
in a
hides in the
fucking
truck. There's this short like 20-minute video or whatever. It's not a full movie on YouTube, and it's a skinwalker thing. And this guy is a hunter, and he goes out and ends up encountering a skinwalker. Dude, the scene where he's sitting there and he's looking down his scope and he sees this guy butt naked, just like in this open field, and he's like, what the fuck? And he kind of like looks back, and then he snaps a twig and that thing stops. And then he's like, oh. And he looks at the twig and kind of moves it, looks back in his scope. That thing's on all fours running at him through the field. I'm all,
See,
oh God.
honestly, like, so here's the thing, right? Like, we've already kind of,
you got to show us that video, Ty.
we've already
I'll
kind of,
send it to you. Yeah.
We've already kind of discussed, like, oh, in, you know, October we'll do like Spooktober or
Spoopy.
something.
Mm.
But like cryptids and like especially like skinwalkers in specific really fuck me up. Like those stories are always the scariest to me, and I have no reason to explain why.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They play on that fear of, I can't see out there in the dark. I can't tell whether that's an actual person or not.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the ones on like the videos you see on like TikTok where the guy's like riding his dirt bike and then stops his dirt bike because he's got to move a branch out of the road or whatever.
And you hear that scream.
And all you hear is help, help. And he's all, nope, fuck that. It takes off. You're like, yeah, you don't know if that's an actual person or not. Because if it is, that's fucked up. You're leaving that person to die. But on the second end, it could be a monster just trying to kill you.
Okay, so I don't know if I don't think I've told this story on like on the podcast, but this has nothing to do with cryptids, but kind of like true scary stories. I used to listen to a lot of true scary stories, and when I was like in my Minecraft days, I'd put those on and play Minecraft and just fucking turn my brain off.
Minecraft Mondays.
And a lot of the true scary.
We need to play Minecraft again, boys.
We just need to start our YouTube channel and be like, why do we like that?
What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
We're playing Minecraft.
But so a lot of the true scary stories are about like potential kidnaps and stuff like that. And
Mr. Nightmare?
Yeah.
That's
That's
Mr.
like
Nightmare.
one of the 10 that I listen to.
Yeah.
Lazy Masquerade,
Dude.
Mr. Chill.
Yes!
All those.
Yes!
Oh yeah.
But one
I don't
of
know,
the
Are these like podcast channels?
no, they're YouTube channels.
No, they're YouTube channels.
Lazy Masquerade.
yeah.
Dude, Lazy
I love
Masquerade
him.
covers some fuck
Yeah,
shit.
he
He's
does.
so good.
One like so a lot of it, they talk about like people who stop to try to help them on the road, or they get this funny feeling.
Oh, yeah.
When I worked at the casino, one night I was coming home at like 3:00 in the morning, and we've talked about like when we talked about like getting chased by coyotes and shit, how that road has no headlights, and it's a
Yeah.
very narrow road.
Yeah, it's 2 lanes and you can barely fit one car in one lane.
Yeah. And so I was tired. I was driving and I see this car with its hazards in my lane. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, fuck. And I see this woman in the road, like waving me down. And, you know, my first instinct, like I'm sure a lot of people's are, was I should pull over. I should help her. Like, you know, I should be a nice person. And then, like, as I was getting closer and slowing down, all those stories started playing in my head, and I was just like, and I just got this gut feeling. Yeah, I got this gut feeling.
this.
And I fucking at the last second swerved around her and kept driving. And I was like, was I an asshole? Like, I should have stopped. Like, if I turn on the news and see her like on the news, I'm gonna feel hella guilty.
And then you look behind you and there's a guy.
No, I looked in my rearview mirror and 3 guys, like 2 on one side, 1 on the other, like came onto the road, and I was like, "Fuck that!" So I called the cops and fucking. I didn't even take the right way home. like I went hella far, like, and took like the long way just in case, because I got super paranoid after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That happens a lot, like especially if you're driving to Vegas the back way
Mhm.
through the desert and stuff. That you'll see fuck shit like that, and it's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
You know what? Oh, that reminds me. The back way to Vegas. They shot these movies there.
The Hills
Have you
Have
guys
Eyes.
seen The Hills
Yeah.
Have Eyes and The Hills Have Eyes
They
too?
shot it
No.
on the back road to. So I actually lived in, what was that called? Wonder Valley. That's
Yeah.
right after you. I lived over there for a time with a coworker, and then 11 o'clock at night, it gets pitch black out there. He tells me that shit, and I was like, "Fuck! Why the fuck would you tell me?"
Yeah.
The Hills Have
Yeah.
Eyes.
Yeah. It's a cannibal movie.
My grandpa told
We'll
me
have to
about
watch
it when
those.
we were driving his dune buggy through the back hills and shit and JT, and it was getting dark and we're on our way back, and he like leans over, he goes, "Hey, you know what, they made a movie out here, right?" I'm like, "Oh, they make all kinds of movies." He goes, "No, The Hills Have Eyes." I'm all, "Don't fucking tell me that! Oh my
All of a
god,
sudden your car hits
Flory,
a spike
get us
strip.
home!
You're like, ah!
Get us home! I don't want to be out here now. What the fuck?"
So funny story, going away from the horror just for a minute. I tried to watch The Hills Have Eyes when I was younger. I was about like 19. But you remember like when you had the menu guide that you go down, but like if a movie was playing and it was halfway through, it like started shortening
on, like,
the title.
Dish or DirecTV
Yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
It like shortened the title. So I saw on
No,
HBO
don't,
The Hills
no,
Have.
no.
And I was like, oh, dope.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it, and all of a sudden it's just this porn movie. And I'm
The
looking-
Hills Have Thighs.
100%.
Yeah. So I was at one of my buddy's houses growing up
What the
in
fuck?
up
Mhm.
north, and me and him are sitting on the couch watching TV in the living room, and we're scrolling through all the movie channels and shit. And then I'm pretty sure he heard his dad coming downstairs, so he's all, "Oh, The Hills Have Eyes. Let's watch that." Clicks it, throws the remote across the room, and fucking runs. And I'm all, "What?" And then I look, and it's just a dude pounding cheeks. I'm all, and his dad comes down, all, "Ty, what the fuck?" And I'm all, "I didn't do it. He did it." And he
Is
goes,
that what The
"Turn this
Hills
shit
Have
off."
Eyes is?
No, it's a porno on like Cinemax called The Hills Have
I
Thighs.
was
had
like, what
so
the
many.
fuck?
No, it was on HBO when I saw it, so I'm sure it gets passed around.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah,
Cable is wild.
That was something else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You got to be careful when you're watching HBO because they had a lot of those. Like once it hit like 8 o'clock, you didn't know if you were actually watching the real movie or if you were watching the porn version of the movie.
I gotta ask. And maybe this will be for a clip or a little too spicy. Have you guys ever been caught?
I believe I have. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I got caught after the
I
fact.
never got caught
Not
like
after.
I never got caught like mid wank or anything. But like, because I was lucky enough to have like a hallway in my room when I was younger. So, and the way my desk was set up, like I could hear someone walking into my room, but like I would be sitting there in the dark, like,
Just straight goblin mode.
and my dad, like they walked in on, I forget if it was my mom or my dad, and they were like, "The fuck are you doing?" I was like, I was playing on my computer." And you could tell my parents didn't want to question it further. Like they knew, I'm sure they knew, and they were just like, "Get the fuck to bed."
Goblin
I got caught because I was fucking dumb teenager. We had a family computer, but it was but it was in my parents' room. And after school one day, I'm like, "Oh, let me go in here," and I like Google like boobs.com or whatever or
Nice.
something, and I'm like, "Oh,
Nice.
fuck yeah." And then like that night My mom and my dad were like, Ty, come here. What? So, were you on the computer tonight? No. Really? Yeah, no, I didn't go on there. I was playing video games. Really? Because I'm pretty sure dad isn't going to look up boobs.com. And I'm like, that wasn't me. Oh, okay. Stay off the fucking computer. You're grounded from it for a week. And I'm all, fuck. My mom was all, next time learn how to delete the history, you idiot.
Okay, so there were two. Well, actually, there's only one. This story is very embarrassing to both not only me and my mom. But I'm gonna tell it anyway.
Yes,
I'm gonna tell
it
anyway. And in case my mom watches this episode, I still am deeply sorry.
Oh God, I don't think I've ever heard this.
So when I was like 15, 16, I would
straight troglodyte age.
100%. I was a troglodyte. I would save pictures of porn like on a flash drive because my parents would take the internet away a lot, and my 16-year-old brain was like, I don't want to be without my porn, so I'm gonna save it. So I would save pictures. I would save all kinds of stuff. And I had a flash drive that I'd keep it on as well. And my mom goes, hey, I need to borrow a flash drive. Can you like give me yours? And I said, yeah. And I ran into my room and deleted my porn flash drive. Deleted it all. Thought I deleted it all. Didn't know that other computers can catch like cache on the cache of your USB drive. And so my mom takes it to her work and gives it to her boss. And my mom, I guess, heard, Nicole, can you come here, please? And he shows her. Dude, I got in so much fucking trouble.
Oh my God. Yeah, and your mom got a fucking sexual harassment charge at work.
No, luckily, like the boss knew like that it was my flash drive, and like it worked out all right. But the worst part was I would help my mom work sometimes. Like she'd bring me to work to like do boxes, like clean boxes or whatever the fuck. And so there were multiple times I had to work with her boss, including one that we like carpooled to somewhere so I could help him move some heavy shit. And like just unanimously, thank God, decided not to talk about it. But I knew.
Yeah, no, you don't address it. You both know the situation. You don't address it and move the fuck on.
Like, I would just be like,
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So, how about those Mets,
right?
huh?
Oh, dude, it was so embarrassing. And from then on, I was just like, no one's borrowing my shit. I don't even save porn anymore, but like, I still will to this day. I don't keep flash drives anymore anyway. But like, I'm always
just have like
paranoid.
a box full of them.
No.
So I had an iPod Touch as a kid. Teenager and everything, and it went on the internet and all that, but I didn't have like I had just a regular texting like old phone. I mean, we didn't have smartphones and shit as kids.
Fucking loser.
So I was using basically the same thing. I'd like save pictures and shit into my camera reel on my iPod, and there was one time I plugged it into the computer not realizing to download some songs and shit, right?
It transferred everything, didn't it?
It transferred everything into the family computer. And I got caught because my little brother got caught. Because I guess he went in after me or later on or whatever, right? To do something with his iPod. And he saw those and he was like, whoa, my God. And then my mom was like, hey, and he goes, it's not mine, I swear to God. And of course, you're going to go to the only other troglodyte in the fucking house. So she's like, hey, go delete that shit off of the computer now. And I'm like, what shit? the stuff you downloaded. I'm like, oh no, no.
Oh shit!
Oh man,
What's funny
I
about
was
that whole
stupid as
story
fuck
is
as a kid.
I can perfectly hear and see how Garrett would react to that.
Yeah. I felt bad for him because he got caught in the middle of it and not realizing it. But yeah, it was some funny shit.
That's fucking hilarious.
That was a random ass detour, but it popped into my head and I had to ask. I'm sorry.
Nope.
You never been caught, Hunter? No? Okay.
Nope.
Smart man. You learned after your brother's mistakes.
Well,
don't put shit on a flash drive.
you know what? I'm not gonna share that story for Alex's sanity.
Beaten off in at his computer.
No.
Oh.
I don't know what the story is, so don't tell it because I'm scared.
When I took over your room after you.
He turned it into a Jackson Pollock painting.
No, I found some leftover pictures while cleaning
They're
it.
just of Alex. They're just of Alex, just straight
Midway.
hog out. And oh God! My mind just started picturing it all. I'm like, ah!
Is it nice for you?
Oh, it's so uncomfortable. So uncomfortable. What's even more uncomfortable is like when I and this is gonna put my mom and my dad on blast again. So their room was right here, and their door was here. The bathroom door was on this side of the hallway, and then there was my room. It was like a little nook area. I didn't have a door or anything, right? But all my shit was in there. We lived in a small house. We were poor. And because of how old this house was, the walls were very thin. Because we were poor. The walls are very thin. So there were a couple nights where I'm laying there and I just got Space Jam playing on the TV. I'm playing fucking Temple Run on my iPod Touch or whatever. And I hear something and it sounds like people are talking and it doesn't sound like my parents. And then all of a sudden I just hear somebody getting railed hard. I'm like, what the fuck? What is going? And I just lay there trying to go to sleep, just well, come to find out the next morning, it's because they were watching Spartacus. and I'm like, hey, Mom, next time, can you guys keep it down? Like, I got to go to school the next day and I don't need therapy. And my mom was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, I don't need to hear this shit. Like, seriously. And they're like, we were watching Spartacus, you sick fuck. And I'm all, well, sorry. All I heard was in the background. So, yeah, fucking what?
What they don't want to tell you is they were actually plowing each other. They just don't want to.
And they were going to Pound Town.
They were doing it to Spartacus.
Yeah, that's
Oh, God.
time for a little role play.
Oh, God. I'm just picturing Pop in like a Roman outfit. Like, sir. Sir.
A little plastic
Go
sword.
change.
Just
It's like one of those Halloween store swords. It's only like this big. Oh,
I
fuck.
had a roommate, which you'll know who this was, but
I already know.
he would listen to a lot of
Goblin mode.
porn. Yeah, goblin mode. And like one day we were all talking and he said something about hearing something from my room. I don't remember what it was, like an argument or something. And he tried to like make fun of it, and I turned around in front of all our other roommates and was like, "Hey, can you stop listening to porn, by the way, or at least put headphones on? Because I hear everything." And he goes,
We hear all of your
and he
hentai.
goes, "You heard that?" didn't even try to deny it.
Didn't deny it.
And I was like, yes, the walls are very thin. Please wear headphones.
You just come back the next day and he's putting that soundproof
Right.
foam up on his wall instead of buying fucking headphones. Sorry, the cord's just getting in the way of the jerk. I can't do
I
it.
wouldn't doubt it with that one.
I wouldn't either.
Well, and then there was the picture we convinced him to go take.
Oh my god! During D&D,
I heard this story.
For those, because I worded that really weird, so like it's questionable.
yeah, that sounded.
For those that don't know, that roommate used to play D&D with us, and he had gotten like a text from a girl and was like, "Hey, like I want to see like your meat. I want to
Good.
see what
Send me
you-
that
yeah, I
dick.
wanna see
Send me
what you're
that dick.
working with."
Like,
And he was like, he told us in the middle of D&D, and we were like, and I kind of looked at him and I was like,
no, don't play. Yeah, me and Alex fucking hype this dude up.
100%.
We're like, yeah, go do it,
He's
do
like,
it, dude. Go
I
go
don't
do
think
it.
Like she was for real. So I had to ask her, and she was like, yeah, no, I want to see your schmeat. And so he's like, no, yeah, she's serious. And I was like, dude, go. Like, go to the bathroom then. Like, I will excuse. He's like, well, we're playing D&D. I was like, we can take a break.
We can take a 5-minute
like,
break.
Go on. And like he just kept arguing with us and be like, I had to bribe this dude with 10 gold in the D&D game to go send his schmeat to a girl that he was into who wanted to see his schmeat. And so he goes into the bathroom fully clothed.
Mind you, he's in there for like 20 minutes.
Fucking like, yeah,
20 minutes, dude.
And it comes out holding his shoes and his
Like the
socks
walk of
and
shame.
his socks. And we were like,
And the
why did you do
the first thing I say is he's walking to the table. I'm like, why are your shoes off? And he instantly turned red. He goes, I had to take the picture. And we're like, but why are your shoes off?
did you
What,
do?
what the fuck?
He's like, how is somebody gonna take my pants off? And we're like, you don't. You just drop trow and bloop, and then go on your merry way.
You know, Homeboy took one where he took everything off. He's got like one leg up on the fucking counter. He's just,
That was
Oh,
a weird
fuck.
house. That was a really weird
That
house
was-
to be in. I felt so bad for our female roommate.
she had to grow up with or live with 3 fucking goblins. Yeah.
I would like to think I was a decent roommate.
You were the more
You
civilized
were the
goblin.
head
but-
goblin.
Yeah, the head goblin. You are the Goblin King.
That was a weird house.
That was a very odd house. There was always like random ass fucking Little Caesars empty boxes on the
I
counter.
fucking hated when I had to stay the night at that house, especially when said roommate lost his room
Mm-hmm.
because I had to sleep on the couch adjacent to him.
He's just over there like, yeah, it's not so fun sleeping out here, is it? And Connor's like, can I just go to sleep, please?
He did try
We should take him out.
He did try talking to me when the
Just trying to start a coup with your brother that doesn't even live there.
he did try to talk to me when the lights were off. I acted like I was
Dude,
asleep.
that stops after your high school sleepovers.
If the lights are
2
off
grown
and you
men
try talking to
talking
me,
when the lights
we're
are off.
fighting.
We got a problem. There's something else going on here that we need to
I-
address.
Did you hear
did
the
not-
shuffling? Like, no.
They get in the covers with you. Hey, so did you want to talk about D&D session? What? Get the hell out of here.
Dude, I will never forget. There were some great memories made in that house, though, I will admit. Like, when I went, because I went into that house after breaking up with Stephanie. And you do that every time.
Dude, it throws me through a fucking loop
And
every time.
There was like the very last like communication I had with her was she asked me to come over to her house because she was leaving. She wanted me to say goodbye to the dogs. And she had like stuff she wasn't taking. She wanted to see if I wanted. And so I said yes. And I texted the group chat and I was like, hey, this is what's happening. This is the time I'm going. If you don't hear from me in like 15 minutes, like,
Call the cops.
worry. Now, granted, it's like 8, 9 o'clock at night and it gets dark out there, like we've already talked about. And yeah, I know. I don't know why I said
we
that.
talked about.
Well,
we talked about it.
And I ended up being there for like closer to an hour. And I messaged them like 30 minutes in, like, hey, I'm not dead. And I'm leaving. And I'm like all fucked up, like, because it was hard, like, especially saying,
Shut the fuck up! I'm recording. Sorry. Dude, she's gonna beat my ass one of these days.
I'm waiting
She
for
gonna
that
beat
door
my
to just get
ass.
kicked open and then like
Fling open and a brick comes in.
all of a sudden
You
just hear
fucking talk to me like that. I'm sorry.
you hear the camera just fucking like fall and just
You only get ballsy when you're around your friends. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be funny, please.
But
Show
yeah,
the
so
camera how you truly act.
I was all fucked up and I started driving and I turned the corner and someone came out of, because it was like we found out she actually lived like right down the street from us, which was very creepy. But in between her house and our house was like this big plot of just like desert and like bushes and shit. And out of those bushes and desert and shit comes this lanky ass person like fucking flagging me down. I shit my pants and then just see it's fucking Garrett. I like roll down the window and I go, the fuck are you doing? He's like, can you take me home? I was like, what are you doing? And he goes, I was watching out for you. The motherfucker ran all the way from our house and staked the house out and was just watching from the bushes.
You gotta appreciate the dedication,
100%.
man.
I was like, that's what
That
I
is
knew.
100%
That's what I
loyalty
knew. I
right
was like,
there.
Garrett, you're a real one, aren't you? He goes, I just didn't want anything bad happening to you. I said, fuck
That's
yeah,
so
dude.
on brand for that fuck. That's fucking Garrett. Oh man,
Oh,
that
dude.
guy.
Funny.
One of these days,
I gotta get his ass on
get him
here.
on here.
I gotta get him on here and tell his fucking troglodyte stories.
That's gonna be a scuffed
That's one of them
episode.
right there. He's gonna have like a whole different perspective on that
100%.
story of like, I had to kill 4 rattlesnakes and an alligator to get there. The fuck?
Oh God.
You just picked him up and he's got like a gun. You're like, whoa, whoa.
War paint, dirt, and all that. What happened?
He's just wearing a ghillie suit.
You know what? With him, I wouldn't doubt it. He
I
bought some
wouldn't doubt
really
it.
weird,
Not with
because
him.
that was the day and age of that house was obsessed with Wish, and
Yes.
and they would just buy like random shit off Wish.
He just had like a random ass Russian Ushanka
He
hat.
had that. He had tasers, dude. I would get so pissed with the tasers because every day that motherfucker just, can I just tase you, please? Like, I'll pay you. I'll do this. Like, let me just tase you. And then like when I finally was like, dude, I'm not letting you tase me. He would just like creep up behind me, and while I'm playing games, just click it right next to my ear. And I was like, Garrett, you do that again, I'm gonna punch you in the fucking throat.
and then he runs away like a toddler going. I'm sorry, I rubbed off on him a little too much.
God damn it, it pissed me off so badly. I also kicked a
If
hole
it makes
in
you
that
feel
door.
any better,
You killed Ty.
you did what?
So that day when you came to the housewarming party,
Oh
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
so fucked up that night because like I stayed sober because Garrett got drunk, so I had to make sure he was okay before I could get drunk. Once he was kind of like down and out, I fucking had to catch up and got way too fucked up. And I was looking for our other roommate, and because like you know how when company was over, he tried to like lock himself in his room and shit. So I couldn't find him. So I thought he was in his room.
As goblins do.
And so I'm sitting there like, where's, my roommate? And everyone's like, he's right here. And I was like, no, he's not. And I walked over. I'm wearing my cowboy boots. I walk over to his door, which is closed, by the way, which in drunk Alex mind only furthered the plot if he's in his room. And I fucking just kicked that bitch open. Putting a fucking hole through the entire door.
Did you at least open the door?
Yeah. It opened, and I fell in. The next thing I know, that roommate comes walking in. He's just as drunk and goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm looking for my roommate." He goes, "I'll help you look." And so we're looking in his room. I'm looking in his closet. He's looking under the bed. And I turn around and I said, "Hey." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "I found you."
You guys are like the fucking Looney Tunes bear, though. Which way did he go, Paul?
100%.
Alex, when he gets drunk or high, is fucking great. One of my favorite moments is when we were playing Smite with him. We're fucking sitting here. It's me, Sage, JD, and I think that roommate was there too, and Alex. And we're like, he's like, "Hey, we're quiet. We're just talking." And Alex goes, "Everyone, shut up. They're cheating. They have 6 people." And we look.
For
like,
everyone who doesn't know, it's a 5v5 game.
We're like, "Alex, there's 5 people." He's like, No. There's 6 people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, where the fuck are you getting
Counting
6?
your own team.
I couldn't
Counting
figure
your
it
own
out.
team.
I think it was glitched on my screen for a minute, and I was just like, "What is?"
Or
going
you were
on?
seeing double
Maybe.
of one of the characters.
But like, the game proceeded, and then like I think Hunter or Sage asked me a question, or they were like complaining about something or something, and then I just high out of my fucking mind was like, "I'm still just trying to figure out how they have 6 people."
Meanwhile, me, Sage, and JD are fucking dying because we're like, "There's only 5 of us. What do you mean?"
Those are the fucking siege days where we would be on the attacking team, and I'm climbing up the side of the building to breach a window or whatever, and all I hear is Alex yell, and he's peeking, and I'm in the window, I don't see him. He's peeking. I got it. Boom! Shoots me in the fucking head. I'm like, "What the fuck, man?" And you're like, "I got him." What? And I'm all, "You shot me." Oh, fuck. Sorry.
I couldn't play Siege drunk or high after that. I was like,
Dude,
I could.
the random ass like, "Hey, he's down on the floor below me." Okay, I got it. And then all I see is a brick of C4 fly up to my floor. For some reason, one of you dumb shits was below me, throwing a brick of C4 up to me and then blowing it up. I'm like, "No, the floor below me."
That was me.
Jesus Christ.
See, I'm kind of sad because Alex got all these fun moments when he was drunk or high. I got high once while playing games. I got a fucking panic attack.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I was
know
fucking
what?
playing.
That'll happen.
I was playing with a friend of ours, the friend who sits in the truck, and I'm sitting here. I had a couple of edibles. I'm like, wow.
In Faz.
Oh,
Yeah,
I was
but I
like,
was-
what
I
are
was
we
playing-
talking about?
I was playing League
None
of
of us
Legends,
have a truck.
and I'm sitting here playing the game, and I'm like, this feels weird. Like, you know in the movies where like the hallway keeps getting like longer and longer and longer the more you look at it?
That's what
how
happens
my
when you smoke
computer
weed
screen
and
was
play
looking.
Silent
It
Hill.
kept getting further and further away. I was like, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? And so by like halfway through the game, I'm like, hey. He's like, you good? I was like, no, can we surrender here? Like, I need to go take a nap. And I laid down and I remember the last thoughts of my mind were either I fucking die right here or I wake up and continue on like nothing
Dude,
ever happened.
okay. Back in the day, like there were a couple times that I got like so high that I thought this is where I die.
I've gotten so high before
This
with the
is
buddy
like-
that
there's
he
no
thought
other-
I
there's no
died,
other
and
way
I
to
thought
make
I
it
was
out of
just
this.
hanging out.
I realized.
Apparently, I just looked like I fell asleep and then just didn't
By the way,
move
I
for
realized-
hours. I was awake the whole time, I thought, and he's like, "No, dude, you didn't
So,
move. You didn't look like you were
I
breathing.
realized.
I thought you fucking died."
So, fun fact: the reason I had the panic attack, I
Yeah.
learned out later when I woke up, is I had way too many.
Yeah. Edibles will do that to you, man. That's why I like when I was smoking, I didn't do it anymore.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I ended up having like 3 too many.
My favorite story of me getting high, I have 2, honestly.
Torito.
Like an honorary mention to when I got high at your house and we're watching like videos and shit, and I'm just munching away talking with you, and you just
Dude,
looked
you
at me
were
and go,
Fucking
"How the
blitzed,
fuck are
man.
you so
were
functional?"
gone.
I said, huh? Yeah, and you're just like, how are you like functioning right now? And I was like, I don't know, like I'm fine. I was like, what do you mean? And you're like, you're talking to me, you're paying attention, you're eating, like
Dude,
what
you
the
were
fuck? And I was like, I don't know,
blitzed.
man. I'm just feeling real good. But no, the first story, yes, is the El Torito one, where I would smoke with these friends from Riverside. And, they smoked only wax, and so I had been smoking for a while at that time, and was like, oh, okay, like, you know, I'm used to it. Like, I was usually a one dab hit and I'm done. And they were like, hey, you want a second one? I was like, I don't have to work tomorrow. We're about to go fuck up some all you can eat tacos. Like, I can do another hit. I took a second dab hit, and I knew I fucked up when his wife looked at him and went, how big did you give him? And I like halfway I was like, huh? Dude, after I fucking died, I was just sitting there, got super high. They were like, all right, we're going to go get ready. Like, why don't you come sit on the couch? I sat on the couch, and I'm sitting there. And you ever seen the like cartoons where like they get shot from a rocket and their face like melts back and they're like, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm talking about? I would sit back on the couch, like I'm sitting like this, and then hold on, let me make the mic so that you can still hear the story. And then I'd like put my head back, and every time I put my head back, it would feel like that. And so I'd have to like pick up my head, and I can only assume this is how I looked. And my friend comes in and goes, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, no." And he goes, all right, let's get you some fresh air. Let's get you some water. So we're chilling outside in the front. We get onto the truck. I had never ridden in a passenger seat high out of my mind. That was actually kind of fun. But we get halfway there and they go, hey, you need to call El Torito and make sure they're doing the all-you-can-eat tacos. And I was like... Oh, it gets. We're getting there. And so I was like, no, like you can't. I can't do it. They'll know. And they're like, no. It'll be fine. Like just like call them. And so I call them, and I'm, you know, you get hello, welcome. All right, thanks for calling El Torito. Like, how can I help you? Yeah,
Tacos.
What? How can I help you? Are you doing the all-you-can-eat tacos? Yeah, we're doing it. Now, here's the problem. He kept saying, yeah, we're doing the all-you-can-eat tacos, and then, like, would talk about some fucking taco bar they had outside as well for, like, $1.99 per street taco. And so it was fucking me up every time because I was like, I just want the all-you-can-eat tacos. And I was like, and so he kept saying that. I was like, but you're doing like the all you can eat tacos for like, I think it was like $14, right? Yeah. And we're also doing like the taco bar.
All you can eat tacos. All you can eat tacos. That's all I need to know.
But it's like all you can eat, right? And he goes, yes. And I think he finally just like was like, yes. And I said, Okay, thanks.
I would have played into this shit and just been like, hey,
He
he
just
wants to
hangs
talk
up
to
the
you.
phone. And I hung up the phone and I I looked at my friend and I go, they know.
They 100% knew.
And so we get there and I'm hiding behind, like walking through the parking lot and I'm hiding behind him, which he's like a couple inches shorter than I am. And I'm like, they're going to know, they're going to tell my mom.
You're like
And
that
he goes,
meme
"Well,
of
yeah, if
Shaq
you
hiding
keep
behind the
hiding
tree.
behind me, they're going to know. And so, to tell you how fucked up I got, I don't remember sitting down.
Yeah, that
and
was
eating
when your
tacos.
brain
I
went into
still, to
fucking
this day,
recovery mode.
do not remember eating tacos. Somehow I got home.
My first time. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
My first time
What
with
did you
getting high
do?
was fun because Alex now thinks I'm forever a monster because of it. So, okay, so I
Okay.
can warm up like
Yeah.
a store-bought tortilla and eat it like with some butter or like with nothing. But when you get like fresh, like handmade tortillas
Okay.
from like a restaurant or something, like they make them
Yeah.
in-house, I can eat them cold. Like I can just eat them straight. So he takes me to the same friends, and they're like, he looks at him and goes, "Hey, it's his first time. Like, be nice." And
The
they're
fact
walking
that
me
it was
through
your
they give me,
first
like,
time and
small
you did
I think
dabs,
I did
yeah,
two.
that's-
I think they had me do two.
Dumb as fuck.
No,
You did one. You did one.
One. But I'm basically like, he looks at me halfway through and goes, "How you feeling?" I'm like, "I feel happy." Well, fast forward to when we're going home. Alex is taking me home, and I'm sitting here. He looks over, and I'm halfway through a bag of fresh made tortillas. No water, no nothing, no drink.
This fucking
just
monster's
tortilla.
just eating dry ass corn tortillas.
He's thinking they were flour.
they were
'cause how
flour.
Fucked up he
They were
was.
corn.
They were flour.
So that night.
No,
you
they were
liked corn.
100% flour because I don't like corn. I don't like corn tortillas. But yeah, I was 100%. By the time we got home, there was like 2 tortillas left, and they came in packs of like.
I did that with
No,
an entire
this
box
dude's
of
just
fucking
munching.
Pop-Tarts one
I
time
was
when
like, "Dog, stop.
high as shit.
You're making me
Just
uncomfortable."
a whole box of Pop Tarts. I'm all.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, halfway through, he looks over. So the first time he looks and goes, "Stop doing that! What the fuck? You're making me uncomfortable." Looks back. I'm halfway through the pack, or I'm halfway through the what I have left. He's like, "You're a fucking monster. I can't stand you."
You know what was my go-to high food?
Jack in the Box?
Yeah.
No,
good stoner
no,
food.
actually, no. Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah.
Wiener Schnitzel was the shit. Oh, dude, I'd
good
fuck
stoner
some
food.
up.
There
I'd
were
spend
2
way too
foods.
much, but fuck.
We didn't really go out. We didn't really go out for fast food when we got high. But there was 2 times where we got food when we got high.
Boss
One was the
fries.
Boss
What-
fries.
Oh, was that
Boss
those
fries.
French fries in the pizza box?
They were great.
Yeah,
The second
that shit was
one,
good.
The pizza box?
pizza
Yeah.
box that we got on our last
So
D&D
for those,
session.
hold on,
Cali.
for those that don't know, it was a giant ass pizza. Like I'm talking like a New York style
extra large.
pizza box filled with fries, and then it was separated into like 4 corners, and it was covered in chicken tenders basically that were cut up, and then smothered in 4 different sauces. So like you chose their sauces, so like buffalo,
They were pretty
stuff
good.
like that.
They were pretty good.
Oh my god, these
They were
the best
carbolicious,
thing in
though.
the world. I'd fuck up
Yeah.
some boss fries. Yeah, they were. They were heavy.
Oh, Jesus
Here's
Christ.
the photo.
Yeah. Just
Oh, is there an
seeing those
actual
gave me
photo of
fucking
them? I'll
heart
have to post
palpitations
it.
again.
Sorry,
I keep interrupting,
The
but you know
second
what?
time
I
we got high
can't
while
stand
eating
the
was
way you're
Korean
like
barbecue.
when we got high, it sounds like you're talking about something else other than weed, dog. It's- yeah, when we got fucked up on heroin.
Ty, I told you not to tell that on the podcast. My parents can't know.
For legal purposes,
I am
that is a
joking.
joke.
The second time I
Korean
got high
barbecue's
though
good.
FBI on my ass.
was Korean barbecue, and that shit was
Yeah, because I don't
fucking
eat a
great.
metric ton
I don't
of
want to hear
meat.
it. You bitch out every time we go to Korean barbecue.
You do.
No.
You
I
should.
remember every time we went to Korean barbecue, there was one of two things that happened. Alex and
Gross.
Lace made me laugh to the point where I spit my water back into my cup, which pissed me the fuck off.
You and
I
Lath
have-
would spill
Or
something.
we'd fight over a piece of meat that was on the grill and spill something.
No. What pissed me off about Korean barbecue is every time I'd go with Ty, you'd bring poor Lindsay, who doesn't eat a bunch of
Okay.
meat. And so she's
I'm
sitting
married.
there half the time.
My
just
wife goes
fucking,
with me.
Like, what? And then, no, that's fine. But like, and then I would be like, second round in, not even close to being full, and you'd be like, "Hey, are we like ready
Yeah,
to almost go
again.
get out of here?" And I'd be like,
Meanwhile, me and Alex are like,
Because when I've gone to
I
Korean
haven't even
barbecue, the only
started.
times I've gone were with you. I didn't just go like every other weekend or whatever all the time. So when I would go, my stomach wasn't ready to cram
we did go a
4
lot.
fucking pounds of beef bulgogi in there. I just couldn't do it, okay? And then guess what? The next 3 days, I thought I was going to die. Have you had the meat sweats before? I never had until I went to Korean barbecue with you two fucks.
yeah.
Oh, dude, it
the
kills
day
me.
after Korean barbecue, I was always on the fucking toilet, man. It would be bad.
I remember like me and Alex always had the same reaction
Yeah,
when getting
'cause
home
it's-
too. We'd sit down in our chairs.
It's
and be
like an illegal
"I'm
amount
not
of meat.
full."
It's not okay how
Just
much you guys
in
eat. Every time we went to all you could eat sushi too, it was the same way. Alex would get like 10 fucking plates of just the rice with the raw fish on top. Just that. That's not even the rolls yet, dude.
This-
And we're
yeah.
already full or I am already full
And
off
then
of this.
rolls.
And I'm like, oh man, that was a lot. And you're like, oh yeah. You better be ready because we're just getting started. And then they come out with like 6 more trays
We're
of
just
fucking
getting
rolls.
started.
And I'm like,
You wanna
ah!
Ty, you want to know
'Cause he
how
just
mu- how
crammed
I
it in your
learned to
fucking
eat
face?
so much at sushi because of Alex? The first time no. The first time I ever went to sushi, I went with him and a couple of his friends from high school. He's like, hey, just a heads up before we meet with everyone, you need
That
to eat a
mentality,
lot.
dude.
You
That
need to make sure
fucking
you get your money's
mentality. That's gotta stop.
And I was like, okay, that makes sense.
You're gonna
Well,
kill yourself
you
with
know-
that shit.
That's
go
my
like-
dad speaking. That's my dad.
We
That's
go
why I
like,
don't go anymore.
Dude.
Well, I
I
can't
think
go
we're-
anymore.
2 or 3 big rounds with them, and like there's like the equivalent of a roll left.
There's
And I
always
had never
there's
had an
always
all-you-can-eat,
one
like,
roll
except
left.
hometown buffet and shit. And he looks all of them,
That everyone
All
just
of-
stares and is like, nah, dog, you fucking ordered that.
all of them look at me and go, "This is your initiation. You need to eat the rest of that if you want to keep coming with us." I look at Alex. I'm like, "Please don't make me." He's like, "You got to do it." It's like okay,
made some
I get
room.
Like 3 rolls in. I'm like, "I'll be right back." I go to the bathroom, throw up, and come back
Dude
and eat like
throws
3
up.
more.
And goes, all right, I
That's
can
so
finish the rest of the
fucking
roll.
foul.
I was like, all right, Hunter's committed. My favorite person, and I'm gonna shout him out because fuck everyone else. I
Dude,
love going to sushi or Korean
the
barbecue.
last
with
time we
Lath,
went to
'cause
Korean
Lath and me
barbecue to that
pack it
place in like fucking
down.
Santa Ana or whatever the fuck it was, homeboy put it down. I was
Yep.
like, God damn, he put me to
Sanha.
shame. I thought I ate
Dude,
a lot,
me
but
and
god
Lath,
damn.
we get down. Oh yeah, me and him will go toe to toe. Dude, sushi was so much fun with him. Like me and him would Hunter would just be sitting there like eating here. Me and Lath would just be like,
I've
fucking
never been
Olympics of
closer to
sushi.
God
It's just-
than when we're sitting at the table and there's that one full
I
roll
would go
left.
for
And you just give me the death glare of like, you gonna finish that? you ordered that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, but I helped you knock out the
ordered
other
that
fucking
shit.
7 whole fishes that were at our table.
And that's and that's why me, Alex, and Lath always on the last round are like, nah, I'm ordering just this.
Yeah, it gets violent. It gets violent on the
Oh,
last
yeah.
round because you're like, all right, who the fuck ordered this? You are eating it. And
Yeah,
it's like, well,
because through
we
the
ordered this
entire
for the
meal,
table.
it's
No,
like,
no.
oh, can I try
You
one of those?
ordered
Oh,
this.
yeah, I got these for the table. Oh, yeah, these are for the table for everyone to share. And that last one comes in. Alex is now
Yeah.
no longer your friend, but a fucking
You
lawyer.
ordered that shit.
And he's like, nope, you ordered it. I heard you speak to the waitress at 8:43. You said, give me the spicy tiger roll. That's yours. Eat it. Well, they all look the same. How do you know this is the spicy tiger roll? I saw you order it. You fucking eat it right now. You're like,
Waitress, come here. What roll is this?
proof is in the pudding, Ty.
It's a spicy
Eat the
tiger.
fucking roll.
I told you.
God. And then the whole time my wife's sitting there like, you don't have to eat it.
Alright.
Well, I gotta do it. She's like, he's not gonna fight you. I'm like, you don't know him. He's got a gun.
She's
got a gun.
like I do. Under the table, there's just a gun to you.
I still see a grain of rice there, Ty. Oh man.
Dude, I can't wait to come visit California so I can go back to sushi. I want sushi so bad.
I want all you can eat sushi and Korean barbecue.
Isn't that
so
how
bad.
we
I
ended
want-
last
I want
week's
the I
episode
want,
too?
Wing
Just
Cho's.
fucking talking about the
Yeah.
places you guys want to go to when you come out here.
Mhm.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
I
man.
think so. I
Well-
truly just want to visit Cali.
Well, like I told you, when you come out, I got a all-you-can-eat sushi
I miss
spot
good
that we
food.
can go to. It's in Temecula. It's nice. It's a real nice place. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll have to have sushi
So
twice.
is
'cause
that the
I'm
one that
still going
you
to
would
Chef
take
Sushi.
me and Lindsay to?
Let's do it, Alex. Are we planning our trip together or are we going separate?
No, that's that was
Not the
Asahi.
really small one. The one that's like right
we
next to
did
that
take
tire
him to
place.
Asahi for a while, but there was another one.
What'd you call me?
Oh yeah,
Asahi.
yeah. No, that was Okaku.
Oh, Okaku. Asahi was the really small one.
Asahi, we went to for years,
enough.
and then they lost my business.
Shout him
because
out right
the
now.
Manager was a dick.
Give his address.
Yeah.
Hey Henry, you're a cunt.
I don't know his name.
All
Get
right.
him now.
Well,
All the Henrys
I think we
watching.
should wrap it up here. Been a good one.
Should we wrap it up here?
Yeah. You're just sitting there with one on the whole time.
I've been wrapped up.
Just in case of emergencies. Gross. You need to go to a doctor. Fucking nasty.
Ew.
The last.
I'm
one
going
in
on
4
7
hours,
days.
folks. See a doctor.
I hate it here.
Oh yeah. That'd be so painful.
Oh my God.
That'd be so
That
painful.
would be hell. That would be hell. Like even if you didn't die or
You'd
lose
just be
it
dumb
because
for
of
a
that,
week
like,
because all the blood out of your
I feel like
brain.
it'd just be
You'd just
annoying.
be straight monkey mode. Straight goblin mode the whole week.
straight goblin mode.
Goblin mode.
All right. folks,
Yeah.
we hope you had a nice drive to work, a nice poop, a
Nice good
On the
shit.
toilet.
A nice day.
Gross.
Sorry.
What's your favorite
Let us know down in the
scary
comments. What's your
movie?
favorite scary movie? Scary movie.
Scary
Um,
movie.
Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what? Also, let us know, like, in preparation for Spoopy
October.
time, what should we call the month? Let's make a
Goosebumps.
dumb name for it. And what should we talk
October.
about? I think we talked about like telling like
One of the
true
episodes we'll do a
stories and
Goosebumps reading.
ghost stories and stuff. Some of the episodes, right?
I picked like the
100%.
shittiest Goosebumps book too.
Please no.
Wait, I picked.
No. No one wants to hear
No.
you popcorn read when you're
just
I
the dog went.
That's how I read my paperwork in the morning in our
Nah.
meetings.
I got one.
That-
We all
I'm
read
sure it is.
scary stories to tell in the dark.
Oh, dude. It doesn't
'cause
work
it's
without the
terrifying.
illustrations, though. The illustrations was half the fucking fright.
That's where you post the fucking photos, idiot.
Fair, but. Alright, guys.
Instagram,
Check us out
TikTok.
on
Twitter, Spotify. Where else are we on? TikTok. Hunter, are we getting the TikTok this week?
I'm working on them. I'm having troubles editing. Stupid.
Go ask us
I'll
some
post a
questions
poll
on the
today,
Twitter,
too.
X, whatever the fuck it's called, so that we can get ready for the.
I'm sorry, it'll never be
Q&A.
X. It'll always Twitter.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye-bye.